Hi everyone, it's Christian. In previous videos, I talked about the suite of tools that together make a pairLab experiment. The first was survey configuration and the second was check data. In this video, I'll talk about the third tool in an experiment, results, specifically the impacts report. This is pairLab's most powerful and insightful report because it compares results between two segments. It reveals where they agree on high priority ideas and where they disagree. Why would we want to know where segments agree and disagree? Because it reveals hidden opportunities and risks, and it shows you which ideas both segments say are worth pursuing and which are not. I'll explain with an example, and by the way, the impacts I'm showing are from an experiment I ran asking participants how to improve Google search. The question was, which aspect of Google search frustrates you more? These are the results. I want to compare the aspects of Google search that people find frustrating from among participants who love Google search and from those who don't. First, I'll choose the segments. The first one will be it works great for me, and then the second one is it does not work well for me. Now let's look at the graph. The pair scores for each segment are combined to create coordinates. And by the way, if you want to know what a pair score is, take a look at the video I did on idea ranking and factors. I explained it there. Here, each idea's pair score for it does not work well for me is represented on the vertical or y-axis, and pair scores for it works great for me are represented on the horizontal or x-axis. The green lines represent the mean pair score for each segment, and they split the graph into 4 quadrants. Now these quadrants have meaning, which we can call agreement and disagreement. The upper right quadrant shows the ideas that both segments agree are most valuable. The lower left quadrant shows the ideas that both segments agree are the least valuable. The upper left quadrant shows disagreement in favor of the y-axis. In this case, people who don't feel Google works well favor these ideas more than the other segment. And the lower right quadrant shows the opposite. People who feel Google works well value these ideas more than people who feel Google does not work well. We can interpret these quadrants even further. The disagreement quadrants can also be opportunities. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's say we are instead comparing the priorities of business stakeholders to customers. Ideas that customers favor over the bosses may really be hidden opportunities that you can monetize. The reverse, ideas that stakeholders prioritize over customers could be ideas that were thought to have a high ROI, but really don't because they won't work well with customers, which is a nice way of saying that really the boss is wrong. And I can tell you from experience that this report has proven me wrong, and I was very happy it did. You can also use these quadrants to figure out messaging for each or both segments. Let's say we want to run a targeted social media campaign. I know from this graph that ideas in the upper right quadrant are most likely to connect with both segments, and I could use them in my campaign. But what if I wanted to target a specific segment? Using this graph, I know I can craft messaging around either the lower right or upper left quadrant, depending on which segment I'm interested in, because those segments tell me which ideas are important to each segment over the other. So what we have here and in the other results reports is, well, no more guessing and no more abstract or fuzzy measurements that vaguely tell you what customers and even stakeholders value and what they don't. If you're managing products, building a roadmap, designing marketing, or anything where you need to prioritize what people really value, pairLab helps you get there. And my last thought is this. pairLab is not a tool that like some guy made because he's looking to create the next killer app or whatever. Like I created it, I use it, and it's a critical part of my product workflow. It's helped me. I can't tell you. It's helped me so much to make informed decisions about the products that I build and manage. And I hope it helps you like it helps me. I'll get off my soapbox now and end this video the way I usually do by saying, and that's the impacts report.